Welcome to the WNBA Picks and Plays edition. My name is Abby. This is for Sunday, June the 1st, the beginning of a brand new month. Time does fly these days, especially in 2025. The days and the hours are just flying by. We're already halfway through the year already. WNBA season, we're already a month in, pretty much close to past a month into the season. So time's going, and for these games, we got 4 games today. We're gonna. I see so far the odds are courtesy of oddslogic.com. Line moves, over unders, and we got the injury report, oddslogic.com. So the first game we're going to look at here, it's going to be Connecticut at New York Liberty. It opened up 18, totals 162. It's gone up to 164. 18 and a half. We're starting to see some 19s at 1 or 2 books. Actually, Pinnacle has 19. And I think so far Pinnacle's at 19. I guess other books will follow suit, I'm imagining, in a few minutes or a couple hours before game time. But let's look at the point. Let's look at the public and sharps for this game. So public all over Connecticut, and they are on the. It's a mixed bag for the over under. The over under is a mixed bag. Injury report for this game. No injuries for both sides. Yeah, both sides are healthy. No major injuries for both sides for this game. So for the game itself, for me, what I already have a client play on this game already. I already have a client play on this game, but for the show itself, the free play. Let me look at this for a bit. Let me look at this. This one, already, like I said, I already have a client play. For the show itself. This is 18's a lot. Yeah, the only way I can look in this game, I'd have to take New York. New York's the only way to look in this game. Connecticut's coming off an upset win in Indiana. They beat the Fever without Caitlin Clark, but it's still a big win. It's one of their biggest wins of the season. Let me look at this. I think, is it Connecticut or I think Connecticut. Let me see. Yeah, they beat Indiana, and they were an 11-point underdog. They beat Indiana, and now they're an 18-point dog to New York. New York pretty much has. Basically Connecticut got the attention of New York. Let's just put it that way. Connecticut has New York's attention. They saw what they did to Indiana in Indiana. So I don't see Connecticut duplicating what they did in Indiana in New York. I don't see it happening. I see a focused New York team. They basically have New York's attention, and I would lay the points with New York. I'd lay the points. It's at 19 now. I would lay the points. I would take New York minus the 19. I'd lay the points. I know it's a lot, but I would take it. This is going to be a letdown spot for Connecticut. They come off a big win. It's their first win of the season. Indiana was their first win of the season. They're 1-5. I think this is a focus spot for New York, and I think they cover the spread and win this game. There's no other way. That's the best way to approach this game. Like I said, I have a client play for this game as well. That's the way I would approach this game. The second game is Phoenix at LA. This is game number 2. This one opened up -2 LA, total 160. It's now up to 164. We're seeing 164.5 come up, but still at 164. I don't know if you guys have heard, but Alyssa Thomas for the Phoenix Mercury, she's downgraded, so she's out of this game. She's out of the lineup. She has a calf injury, so she's not going to be playing today. That's why the line's moved. It's moved from 2.5 to 5. It's moved now because of the Alyssa Thomas injury for the Phoenix Mercury. So the line has moved, and the total has gone up to 164.5. I don't have a client play for this game, but I will give you a free play on this one, the one that I like. Let's see where this is at right now. Let's first of all look where the public and sharps are for this game. Let's see. Public all over Phoenix. Actually, it's a mixed bag. Actually, Phoenix and LA, so there's a little bit of resistance. It's a mixed bag. Phoenix and LA, a little bit of resistance on the side. The total, however, we are seeing under money. It's predominantly under money. It's all under money in this game because of the Alyssa Thomas injury. We're seeing under money in this game. Yeah, they were seeing a lot of under money in this game. So that's the big injury. Alyssa Thomas, everybody else is out, as you know. Cameron Brink's out. Ray Burrell's out for LA. They're out of the lineup. Rakia Jackson's out. Personal issues. So those are key players for LA that are out. LA, I believe. Let me see. Let me look at them right now. So LA's lost their last 2 games. They've lost 2 straight games. They are 2-5. They have a 2-5 record right now. Phoenix lost their last game to Minnesota. So both teams are on losing streaks. LA's lost 2 games. Phoenix has lost 1 game. For the game itself, I didn't have a client play for this one, but I will give you a free play here. Let's see. I'm just looking here. Let's see. Everybody's all over the under in that game. One. When they played without Alyssa Thomas against Minnesota, they went under. Phoenix went under the total. Without Alyssa Thomas, they played their first game. That was against Minnesota. They went under. It was 157. They went under. But see, Minnesota's more of a defensive team. LA, they don't play much defense at all. That's the difference. I'm just looking at something here. I'm going to go against the public here. I know everybody's taking the under because of the Alyssa Thomas injury. But for me, I'm going to take the first half over in this game. Over 83. I like the first half over. That's the way I'm going to play this game. Over 83. That's the way I'm going to go in this game. First half over 83. I know the last game they didn't put up a lot of points because remember Minnesota plays defense. They're a defensive team. They're a top tier defensive team. LA plays no defense. So even without Alyssa Thomas, I still feel Phoenix will be able to score some points on offense because remember, LA they don't play any defense. Remember, the last two LA games have gone over the total. They've gone actually the last three LA games have gone over. They've gone over in two straight home games. Then they went over in Las Vegas when they played in Vegas. So they don't play any defense. They're just trying to like run and gun. They run and gun. That's their style of play, led by Kelsey Plum for LA. So for me, I gotta. I'm even without Alyssa Thomas. My angle is going to be the first half over. I'm not going to talk you off full game over. I'm not going to talk you off of that. I know the public's all over the under, but I'm going to disagree. I'm going to take the over. I'm taking the over in this game. Yeah, I'm going to take the over. The last three meetings in between these two teams. Now this is without Alyssa Thomas. Actually, the last two meetings have gone over. Generally, they play to the under. But the last two meetings, the last game in September of last year, then this year, they went to the over. So I'm taking the first half over. That's gonna be my play. I wouldn't talk you off the over full game, but I like the first half angle, 80 over 83. I like the over 83 in this game. I'll take the over in this game, over 83, first half. Like I said, I see a fast paced game. Even without Alyssa Thomas, I think LA will put up their share of points, and without any defense from LA, I think Phoenix will score their get a bunch of points. I think they're going to score. As long as Satu's on the floor, Satu Sabli's on the floor, I think they'll put up they're going to get their share of points. Phoenix. Phoenix right now overall 3-3 to the 2-4 to the under, but I still like I said, the first half angle is the best angle at 83. I would take the over first half. If you don't feel comfortable full game, take the first half over at 83. That's all I'm going to say for that one. Next game is Vegas and Seattle. This one here opened up 2.5 Las Vegas. Totals 163. We're seeing some threes on the board. It's starting to come up to 3. And the total's at 160. Total in that game is 160. We'll get to that now. 160 is the total. We're seeing at 160 right now. I have a client play for this game. I have a client play for this game, but I'll give you one for the show. Let's see here. So we're going to look at the public and sharps for this game. This one here, Vegas is the public play. Remember, they lost these guys the last time they got blown out in this game. The last time they got blown out, so the public's all over Las Vegas to bounce back. And they are on it's a mixed bag to the over-under. You're seeing it's a little bit of resistance. I have a client play on this game, though, but there's a resistance to the over-under in this game. Yeah, but they're all over Vegas in this one. For the injury report, let's see. Erica Wheeler's questionable to play. She's 50-50 to play Sunday with a leg issue. Alicia Clark is questionable Sunday as well. She didn't play in the last game. She didn't play last game against Atlanta. So I don't know if she's going to play in this game. We'll see. She's questionable. That's it. Those are all. Oh, let me see. Yeah, that's it. Those are the key ones. Like I said, the last game that they played, Seattle and Vegas, they played about a week ago in Seattle, and Seattle beat them up 102-82. Yeah, they beat them up pretty good. So now Vegas is -3. Let's see this one here. I guess I have a client play for this game. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm gonna try and find you guys a play for the show. Yeah, for the shelf, I'll try to find you guys a play here. Uh, let's see. Mm. Hmm. Well, oh man, let's see. Hmm. I'm gonna say +3 Seattle. I don't trust Vegas here. I don't trust them. To me, I'm looking at this game here. This -3 Vegas. This is a reputation line. This line is basically, I call this a reputation line. This is based on past history of Las Vegas. This is a reputation line. So that's what it means. Reputation line meaning this is the odds makers placing Vegas as -3 as how should I put this? They're placing as -3 as a team that is reputable from bounce backs. They lose badly against a team they played a week ago. Odds makers are used to odds makers and lines makers. They're used to giving them the benefit of the doubt and expecting them to bounce back and automatically cover the 3 points. So that's why I say it's a reputation line. For me, I'm going to take +3 Seattle in this game. Vegas, even though they beat up LA, they beat up the Sparks. So I know they beat them up pretty good at home, but they don't. For what I'm seeing so far, they don't look. They don't look like a team. They don't look like the team that they were a year ago, in my opinion, so far. I look at the last matchup in this game that they played. The last matchup these guys played. I mean, they're pretty. I'd say they had balanced scoring, but Seattle had some firepower. Seattle had some firepower offensively, even with the balanced scoring. Seattle had some firepower, and then defensively, Vegas. That's another thing with Vegas too. That's another thing with Las Vegas. The last they're not, and I'm seeing this. I've noticed this here with Vegas too. The last 3 out of the 5 games, they're not really playing any defense. Their defense is not the same as it was in past years. So yeah, the defense is not the same as in past years. And then you're asking Las Vegas to you're asking to cover 3 points. I don't think it's going to be that easy. People think it's going to be that easy. I know the public's all over Vegas. I'd see Seattle +3. Seattle +3 for me. I'm going to take Seattle +3. If I have to take a pick, I'm going to see Seattle +3. I don't really trust Vegas here. They're off 2 straight losses. They had a bad loss to Atlanta. So we got lucky with Atlanta. We had Atlanta +5. I had Atlanta +5 in that game. So we got lucky with that one. They came all the way back from 20. Um, so it's 2 straight losses for Seattle. Seattle's gonna be focused. This is a focused Seattle team. Um, they beat them already, so they're confident. And now you're asking Vegas to lay 3. I'm gonna, to me, I'm gonna until that Vegas defense improves, because it hasn't improved to me, and it showed in the LA game, in the Sparks game. Yeah, that defense is not really. They're just trying to outscore. To me, Vegas is they're trying to outscore. They're just trying to outscore teams. They're trying to outscore teams, and I don't trust them to do that against Seattle. Try to outscore Seattle. I'm going to take Seattle in this game. I just don't trust them. I'm going to take Seattle +3. I'm taking Seattle +3 in this game. I like Seattle +3. I'm going to take Seattle +3. Like I said, until Vegas fixes, they got to fix their defense. The defense is, they're playing more to the over. That means the defense is kind of lacking a little bit to me. And like I said, it's not the same defense as we saw before in previous years. You got Drew Lloyd. I mean, she had 3 points in the last game against LA. I know LA blew him up, but still, Drew Lloyd's been up and down. He hasn't been consistent. And I think, to me, that's another thing too for Vegas. I know she had 14 points against her old team, but she has to show some consistency. She's a little bit inconsistent. And that's another thing too. No, the lack of defense, and then the Drew Lloyd factor. So that's why I don't really trust. I don't really trust Vegas here in this spot. Like I said, this line is a reputation line. The odds makers give Vegas this reputation line. I don't trust it. They're not the same team as they were a year ago, in my opinion. They're not the same team. No. So I'm going to take Seattle +3. I like Seattle +3 here. I'm going to go with that. The last game we're going to look at here, we're going to look at Minnesota and Golden State. So this one here opened up -10 Minnesota. Total 162. Now we're seeing it up to 11.5. We're seeing some 12s. Starting to see some 12s on the board at Pinnacle and FanDuel. We see 12s. I have a play for this game for you guys. I'm going to give you. Let's look at the public inside for this game. So right now the public is on. Let's see here. Let's look at this again. Hold on. Let me see. Public on the under. Nothing on the side, though. They haven't said anything on the side. But they're on the under in this game. They're on the under. Yeah, they're on the under in this game. Yeah, they're on the under. Now the big news is Collier. Nafisa Collier is the big injury. She's questionable. She's questionable to play Sunday in this game because she has a knee issue. So she's questionable. But she played last game, and she was questionable against Phoenix. So she's 50-50 once again. Will she play against this expansion team? It's up in the air. That's up in the air. That game starts till 8 o'clock tonight, so that's up in the air. Yeah, it's up in the air. But I have a play for this game though. This one I have a play for you guys. I have a client play on this game as well, and I have a play on this game as well here. We're gonna look at the first half. We're going to take Minnesota in the first half. Minnesota 6.5 in the first half. I think Minnesota, like I said, this is a focused team. They're very focused, and I wouldn't talk you off taking Minnesota in the full game to cover the spread. I wouldn't talk you off of that. But for me, I just look at the first half angle -6.5. I would take Minnesota -6.5. That's my play for this game. -6.5 Minnesota first half is the way to go. I would play that one. I'd take that angle. It's the best angle. I like Minnesota here. Obviously, it's more of a focused Minnesota team. They played a close match. Let me see the last game that they played. They beat Phoenix, but it was a close match. I know this year they haven't been covering the big spreads. They've failed to cover 2 big spreads on the road. They failed to cover two big spreads. They didn't cover the two big spreads this year against Dallas. Dallas, they were, as you can see there, they were minus 16 and they didn't cover there. That was against Dallas. I'm sorry, they're minus 11 against Dallas at home. They didn't cover, but they won. Then they're minus 16 against Connecticut. They didn't cover, but they won. So they're 0-2 as double-digit favorites in this game. That's why I was saying the best angle to take, instead of taking the full game, I would take the first half, minus 6.5. That's the best angle to take, in my opinion. You can do that. And I would look as well. I'll give you two plays for this. I'll give you two plays. We'll give you the first half minus 6.5. And we'll give you under 80.5 first half. I'll give you the under. Those are the two plays. Under 80.5 first half, and Minnesota minus 6.5. Those are two plays for tonight. You can take advantage of. Again, the Valkyries 0-5 to the under. This is basically an under team. You have problems scoring. So that's why I take the under in this game. I look at the under. Yeah, the under is the best play for this. I would take the under here. Let me see what else I can find. Yeah, I take the under. I take the under first half, 80.5. Minnesota's defense, again, they should keep this game under the total. Minnesota's defense is good enough to keep this game under the 80.5. Remember, the Valkyries have problems scoring. That's why they're 0-5 to the under. They're offensively, they're inconsistent, and teams playing hard defense on these guys. So I got to take the under in this game. That's the way I'm going to play this one. And I look at a Minnesota first half 6.5. That's the way I would play this game. Again, I have a client play for this game. If you want the client plays, like I said, by the time you guys see this video, there's a chance that because I have three MLB games. So by the time you see this video, you might not be able to get my package because some of these games have already started already. But if you get the plays, you get the plays. If not, because some of the games have started at 1:00. So that's all I can tell you about that. But I do have 3 client plays for the WNBA, 3 client plays in the MLB. I'm number one in the MLB last 3 days, and the last 7 days. Sorry, number one in the WNBA in the last 3 days, in the last 7 days overall in the WNBA. MLB right now, number one last 30 days in the MLB. Not number one, number 3, top 3 in MLB last 30 days. So if you guys can take advantage of all my plays overall, last 3 days I'm 8-4. Let me see. Last 3 days I am 8-4 overall last 3 days. And then last 3 days, last 30 days, 61-44 overall. This is all sports. So last 3 days, all sports, 8-4. Last 30 days in all sports, 61-45 in all sports. Last 30 days. That's all sports. So I covered like MLB, NBA, and the WNBA. That's it. All right, so that's it. Those are all the picks and plays for the WNBA. We've got you all covered for all 4 games. We gave you some picks so you can take advantage of. Again, good luck to you guys out there. Let's hope you cash some tickets. Let's hit some winners. That's all I can tell you for these games. Good luck. Let's have a profitable Sunday. Like I said, go to my description below. Abby Sports Picks at sportsmobile.com. We have the 30-day, 3-day pass, 7-day pass. Flex Picks, we have Flex Picks. It's a popular one. Flex Picks, 33% off on picks. You buy 3 picks, get the 4th pick free. 30 picks, get the 40 picks free. It's a flex. That's called the Flex Picks that we have, 33% off. I can take advantage of that myself. Other cappers, you can take advantage of that. Other than that, for the free plays I've given you for these games, it's up to you to take advantage of these plays. Good luck. Let's have a big day. Stay true to yourself. Stay blessed. Stay humble. Believe in yourself. Let's have a profitable day. Let's cash some tickets. Hit some winners. Let's have a big Sunday. Let's have a big Sunday, and let's hit some winners. Let's end the weekend off right, and we will be back on Tuesday. Tuesday, I believe it's the Commissioner Cup week in the WNBA. It's the Commissioner Cup week already in the WNBA. So we're gonna break down. I believe there's 3 games Tuesday in the WNBA. We'll break down those games Tuesday. And until then, nothing else. Good luck. Stay true to yourself. Stay blessed. Stay humble. Believe in yourself. Good luck to you guys. Peace. I'm out. See you on Tuesday.